Yeah, I know my videos are all over the place. I got I think custom action figures in there and Godot game programming videos. Then my last video is this. I'm just talking. All right, let's see. So we got this far, and then I don't know if you can see that in there. Can you see this? Gotta figure out how to do this stuff. There's a big boulder here. It's giant. I am not moving it. It goes pretty deep, so I'm gonna have to build the walkway around it. But that's okay. It still look pretty good. Just gonna go with our shape here. There's also a drainage, so I'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna place you guys right here. I think you can see what's going on. If you're watching or listening. Slanted, is that okay? Let me see. Is this where I'm working? Yeah, that's where I'm working. Okay, so I have to dig the path out through here. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk some junk again. All right. So I think where I left off, something like, who cares about anything? Because everything is everything. I think that's where I left off. So if that's the case, you're gonna be around forever. Gotta do something. And I know a lot of people out there are in the same boat, at least from what I've seen. They just don't know what to do. They do know that they don't want to have to worry about stuff all the time. Worry about if they gonna be able to buy groceries or have a home to live in, or if you're gonna have anybody that cares about them. You know, those are all extremely valid things to be worried about. But there's something about knowing that everything is everything. Because also, that means that you really don't have to worry about those things if you don't want to. Because everything will be taken care of. Shit's gonna change and things are gonna happen regardless. And you choose where you want to be. So, that being said, instead of going in circles, where do you want to be? What do you want to do? If you want to do nothing, sometimes, just gonna have to say it, sometimes nothing means death, you know? But can't occupy a state of nothing. You exist, so everything is a fractal of everything. Everything is a metaphor and blah, blah, blah. So let me give you an example. Some people say, well, I'm here, I shouldn't have to do anything to get what I want, and everything should be provided for me, and blah, blah, blah. You know, it sounds nice, I guess, when you're in a certain space for that. But try breathing in, you know, receiving the oxygen that you get for free. Well, we'll get to that. Receiving the oxygen, just hold on to it. You know, first of all, you did the work of inhaling. You need to physically do that. You need to put in energy to draw the air into your lungs. So you did the work, you got paid some oxygen, but you can't just hold on to it. And you can't just keep taking it. You have to exhale, you have to let go, you have to give it back. It's just how it works. Just how it works. And I tell a lot of people that, as far as I know, the best thing for most people is acceptance. You know, and acceptance, it doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean, oh, well, I can't do anything about anything. It's not what it means. It means that you're aware that you're an infinite being that's constantly reflecting upon itself. And in order for this reflection to work, there needs to be a giving and a receiving, and in and out. Even if you think about how you came here into this physical world, it was a giving and a receiving. You know, and again, you could change your reality. It's very, very, very possible for you to change your reality. You know, because in actuality, your reality, my reality, are not the same at all. You're living your life, and I could only think that you're living your life in comparison to how I live my life. I have no idea how it actually works in your life at all. I have no idea how the thoughts in your head move around. No idea. So, again. But the thing is, there is a translation in there where, you know, if you're hearing these words, that means there's some kind of a connection. And we can learn from each other. Learn from each other. But what comes out of that is all based upon the individual, what they want to take from it. Okay, looks like there's another big rock under here. Gotta get my Minecraft pickaxe out. Sometimes I dig myself a hole, and I got to fill it back in, start over. How many times have you had to start over in your life? You know, isn't it crazy that when your perception changes, you almost forget who you used to be? Because once you change the way that you think, it's like that data isn't compatible with your operating system anymore. So you can't even read it. It's like, I think I used to think this way. I know there's things that I did or ways that I felt, but not that person that I was 10 years ago, Not that person that I was last night. And just going back to, knowing that the only thing we could really rely on is change. Even in a state, like if you ever, quote unquote, blanked out or whatever, things were still happening. Things were still going on. At the very least, time went by. Might have only been a second and felt like an eternity. But once you come back to the realization that you exist, things go on and continue to change. So lately, I've been feeling some kind of a pressure telling me that I gotta be doing something. It's saying, what are you doing? Is this what you're supposed to be doing? Can you be doing more? Can you be doing less? Are you doing the right thing? Are you gonna get left behind? Does this person care about you? Do you care about this person? What's gonna happen if I don't do this? What's gonna happen if I do that? And gets quite tiring. So I have chosen to continue doing what I'm doing. And it's been a thing with me where I never really plan things. And it feels like it's not working out because I feel like I should like have a purpose and a direction and whatnot, but that's how it's always been. So I wouldn't be who I am without being who I was. Okay, and that being said, also, when is it the time to change? It's always the time to change. When is it time to make a big change? Well, big is relative. What's a big change? People say you can't be somebody new or have a new life or have better things without changing yourself. It's like, well, I change every day, no matter if I try to or not. There's always something different going on under the hood. And that's unstoppable. So again, I'm in that dilemma of, what is it? What's that thing? I don't know. I'm sure that if you're somebody who's trying to quote unquote improve your life, you're looking into all kinds of things, spirituality, finances, all that kind of stuff. I think it's all good. Sometimes I get into the mode where I feel like I have to flood myself with as much possible information about everything and anything as I could possibly hold in my head before it exploding. Like I'll
watch a bunch of videos, try a bunch of tutorials until I get a headache, like until my head's gonna split. And it's one of the phases, one of the waves.
There's always more. There's more of this, more of that. There's always more. Does not end. So then pull back a bit. And where's this next rock? I pull back again. Lay back. Not really lay back, but give my brain a little bit of a rest. Let's see, does that fit? That's pretty good. I feel like some of you guys, if anybody's watching this, might actually want to see what I'm doing here. And I don't know if I could flip the camera. Yeah, I can't flip the camera while I'm recording. So, yeah, I get these flat rocks from around the property. And then I just puzzle them in. Let's take a walk. So I'm gonna go all the way around. I hope that this is the right angle. Yeah. All the way around. Here. It's the front. And then this is the one I did a couple of years ago. Well, probably like 3 years ago now. 3 or 4. This is the front of the house. Same thing. I got a little herb garden here. Probably gonna expand it this year. I had hostas, but apparently they're called deer candy, and yep, they eat them all the way down to the roots. I don't know if they're gonna come back this year. Hopefully they do. Okay, so here's the path front. So here's. Okay, so maybe I can bring some of those over here. If they fit better. Let's see. So one thing I've been thinking about is where I'm living. I live in the northeastern United States, and we have what's called winters here. And the current me does not quite enjoy winters. I would like to be a bear and hibernate for the winter. Why? Because, one, as you can probably see, I don't like wearing much clothing. I don't enjoy my skin being restricted underneath the clothing. That's just how I am. Oh well. 2, I just don't like being cold. I don't enjoy it. It's not comfortable or fun to me. I feel that it restricts I like being outdoors, and I like sweating. And a lot of people don't like sweating, but I like sweating because I could feel the toxins and all that waste leaving my body. And there's some things that sweating is the only avenue for them to be released from your body. Yo, look at this guy. With a little mite. You can't see it. There's mites and grubs and ants and stuff. Maybe one day I'll do a nature walk on here. Yo, isn't it funny? Any of you guys ever record a video
thinking that maybe somebody might watch it, but the whole time you're wondering like, yo, I'm probably just talking to myself. And I wonder if I'm ever gonna watch it. The video from yesterday or 2 days ago, kind of skimmed through it. Didn't really watch it, and because I don't really, not the kind of person to repeat things. Even I draw, and when I draw, I don't really draw the same things or the same thing over and over again. It might be the same subject matter, but whatever. So, yeah, like I was saying, why are there ants in here? Like I was saying, sometimes we do want to just change, do a quote unquote big change, just change the trajectory of our life, have something else happen. Either we're tired, we're bored. Usually the main reasons. Tired or bored. You know, you're tired, so you want to change things to make things easier. Or you're bored, you want to change things because you need some excitement. It's really the only reasons for change. But if you live for eternity, there'll always be some tiredness and some boredom. So if somebody is watching this, put in the comments, how are you feeling today or lately? Or is anything that I'm saying making any sense to you? Like, are you feeling it? Yo, this is a weird shaped rock. I'm gonna have to go around it some odd way. I have to go rock hunting. You see this one? I'm gonna do something different today. Do you like it when things are constantly changing? Or do you like stability? Like, do you like when you can predict what's gonna happen throughout the day and you just follow a certain schedule and boom, rinse and repeat? Or do you want to wake up and say, oh wow, yo, this thing happened to me, this crazy thing, man, that's just nuts, and then the next day, boom, another crazy thing. Like, is that more your style? Me, I guess I like a mixture of both. But oh, never mind. Before I go there, I forgot, because I don't, like I said, I don't plan things. I was thinking before when I was on my walk about, been doing this, I guess you could call it nervous system work or whatever it's called. So I've been thinking about stabilizing my thoughts and my body and my mind, spirit, you know, making everything a little bit more stable. Not predictable, but stable. And one thing that I noticed is I don't really breathe deep, you know. And when I try to consciously do it,
It's like my body is afraid that I'm not going to be able to breathe again. It's weird. So kind of as I'm breathing deep, it feels like I'm suffocating, yet I'm obviously getting a bunch. Can you guys see that little guy? His little mite is pretty cool. He's going over there, so I don't squish him. Yeah, and then another thing is I was eating my breakfast. For you nosy people, it was oatmeal with cashews, banana, honey, and Himalayan salt. Okay, so I was eating my breakfast and I'm sitting there and my leg is shaking. And I've really been analyzing myself, like trying to fine-tune my understanding of myself. So this one was pretty easy. When I was shaking my leg and I caught it, I noticed that I was shaking my leg, I said very easily, I knew that the reason why I was doing it is because I felt like I was in a rush. I felt like there was something that I was missing, that I'm gonna be late for something, there's something that I should be doing, and that's just, you know, nervous system saying, whoa, man. It's like, and then I just think to myself, I'm like, are you serious? I really don't think that I deserve to eat breakfast. And this was at like 10:30 in the morning, and I was like, it's been more than 12 hours since I ate. Not a problem. I do fast and stuff, but my leg was just shaking, and I knew the cause of that leg shaking is I felt like I shouldn't stop to eat. Like eating was not productive or helpful in any way. It was just a realization, and I just stopped shaking my leg, and I didn't do this whole giant long analyzing thing. I just had that thought, quickly made the analysis, and then just in my mind made the decision: stop shaking your leg, everything is fine, eat your food, you're good. Again, I didn't like verbalize all that or really think that string, but it's kind of like what the feeling that I activated within me. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to talk about. Nervous system. Your everything, and I don't know if you guys have been watching any of these videos about self-improvement and whatnot, but everything is connected. Your nervous system is a big part of your, basically your nervous system is like another brain for your body. And it is a subconscious thing, but as I just explained, it can be consciously directed. So when things in your life are happening, the best thing you could do is really look at yourself and say, why? And just really like, don't beat yourself up. You don't have to be too harsh or critical about it. Just simply, like, why is this how it is? And just really think about it. And when you're doing self-analysis, do not be shy. Do not be afraid. It's just you. It's just you and you. And if you can't face yourself, there's no way you can face the world. Because the world is just a distorted expression of yourself. So if you really want a clear picture of your place in the world, you have to look at yourself. It's the only way to get that. And you can find yourself through your relationship with others, but the source is from you. So that's the quickest and most efficient way to see what's going on. Get a really good view of what's happening. Okay, so let's see. I don't know what's happening here. This bug's like landing on me.